Center. And today I came to the Nature Center to feed one of our residents. We have an active honeybee observation hive here at Bear Creek, if you've never been here before. So I came in today to feed our honeybees. We help them out by giving them some sugar water to supplement what they find outside. So this will be our first installment this week of Days of Our Hives, focusing on our honeybees. So there are 3 distinct types of bees in the hive.
Let's take a closer look at who's who in the hive. So here is the female bee that has created all of the bees you see in this colony. She is the queen. How do we know she is the queen? So contrary to our image here, she's not wearing a crown, so that will not help us. So if you take a close look here, she is noticeably larger than the other bees. See how her abdomen, the long body part in the back, is much longer and usually pointier than those of the other bees. And also the black marking behind her head on her thorax is larger and sometimes shinier than that of the other bees. So you might think that the queen bee runs the hive, but it's more complicated than that. She has a job to do, and her job is to lay eggs. She can lay up to 2,000 eggs a day. If you see her abdomen, the long part in the back in these images, dipping down inside the cells, that is what she's doing. And if she's not laying eggs well enough, the rest of the colony might replace her by raising a new queen. So when you look here, all the bees that you see in the colony are her offspring. Can you imagine? This mother bee is surrounded constantly by tens of thousands of her own offspring. So the majority of bees that you see in the hive are worker bees. These are the daughters of the queen bee. All the females in the hive are workers, and they do a variety of jobs during the course of their short 4 to 6 week lifespan. What differences do you notice between the workers and the queen? They're much smaller in comparison, aren't they? The third kind of bee in the hive is called a drone. These are the male bees. They're larger than the workers, but not as large as the queen. There are not nearly as many drones as there are worker bees, and that is a good thing because the drones don't do any work. Their only job is to be on hand to mate with queen bees during their nuptial flights, and those only happen once in each queen's lifetime. Because the drones don't contribute and they eat the food supply for the hive, when winter comes, the drones all get kicked out of the hive. You can imagine what fate they meet in the cold winter air with no pollen or nectar. You might be wondering how the queen bee gets to be the queen. It's about the diet that is fed to the bee larvae, which are the young wormy stage of a baby bee. At a certain stage in life, young female worker bees can produce a substance called royal jelly. If a larva is fed royal jelly for 3 days, then fed pollen mixed with saliva, they will develop as a worker bee. If the larva is fed royal jelly continuously, what hatches out will be a queen bee.
Have you ever heard the expression, you are what you eat? Maybe never has that expression been as true as it is with honeybees. So thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't already, you can go on our website and download our worksheet that accompanies today's program about the 3 kinds of bees. That's on elpasoco.com/nature centers, and then look for our online activities, videos, and resources tab, and you'll find it there. I hope you'll tune in again later this week for our next episode of Days of Our Hives, where we will talk about all the jobs that worker bees have. Until then, be well. See you soon.